You have now entered the precipice of greatness. Welcome to Live from the Bench with JQ.
You sure look like a master to me.
And Boulevard.
I want to hear about this, homie.
So forget about it, cuz.
Round 1, fight!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another great episode of Live from the Bench. It is IGQ. Wait, the camera not getting it, And I'm here with Boulevard, Big Brother Boulevard. And we here for some fun stuff today. Today's episode, I feel like it's probably going to be a little bit on the lighter note. Probably not as bad. Might be a little irritation, but I don't know. Judging by Boulevard, I feel like he might have something. He might toss a wrench into my fan, or whatever we want to call it. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. And you know what you just said. You know me, I'm always by the books when it comes to what I go search for all my. So I don't know. If it throws you for a swerve, makes for good television, I guess. That said,
Absolutely.
Today I was saying, like, I was flipping through the channels and I came across, of all things, women's cricket. And I remember, like, damn. I remember when GQ came home from Afghanistan, he had like a whole cricket setup. Never asked him why. Never understood. Like, dude, was he playing cricket over there? Was he on a cricket league or some shit? What? So I'm like, not as good as time as any. What the hell was with the cricket set?
Okay, so there's a story behind this. So when I was deployed to Afghanistan in 2010, I worked closely with the humanitarian aid. It was like a group that inside the army that would just do a lot of humanitarian aid relief. So we would like get blankets, pillows, rugs, stuff, just random stuff. Like, sometimes you'd have some food, like bags of rice in there, but just like, there were like cricket sets because they really liked cricket over there. So somebody was just like, hey, Washington. Yeah, I said my last name. It doesn't matter. They're like, hey, take this cricket set. And I was like, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't even know how to play baseball. And they were like, yeah, it's like baseball, but weird. And I was like, yeah, because the bat looks weird. So I kept the cricket set, and I was determined that I was going to come home and learn how to play cricket. And I came home to learn how to play cricket. I was determined, too. I was going to, start the National Cricket League of America. I was going to do something. I was determined. I figured something was going to come of it. And then I don't think I ever opened it. I'm pretty sure I lost pieces for it. And the crazy thing about cricket was that I've never actually watched cricket, so I've never really known what cricket was. It was just one of those things. It was like, cricket. Here, take this. It's like when somebody gives you something, and you just absolutely don't know what you're supposed to do with it. It's just there. And you're like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Just standing there holding it like an idiot.
Yeah. So that was cricket for me.
Huh. The thing is, I was wondering if you actually knew how to play the game or something, if you were playing it over there. I watched it today. Oh, that's what a 6 is, kind of thing. Everything was just the first time I'd ever seen anything, because I never sat down and watched a game of cricket. I mean, how many people really have? It don't really come on TV here, and if it do, it's on some obscure channel like the one I was watching earlier. So,
like ESPN, the Ocho.
No, I don't go there. I don't really. Yeah, only on special occasions do I watch ESPN.
ESPN, the Ocho is like hilariously funny because the stuff that they have on there is just like it's just the dumbest thing I've ever watched. But it's also like somebody came up with these ideas.
Yeah, it's amazing what kind of stuff qualifies as sports today.
It
Like
was
I
like
saw a massage competition. I don't even know how you would judge the winner of a massage competition. I have no idea.
the one I saw it was like basketball, but it was like three hoops, and they were like one hoop here, and another one right here. It was just like a triangle of basketball hoops, and they were just shooting it. But the hoop was in the middle of the court, and they were just
Oh
like,
shit!
and
Sorry.
it was just weird
It's not
because there's three
racquetball.
teams
I know
into it.
what that is, though. I've seen that before. I can't remember what the hell the name of it is. I
It was
can't
three
remember.
teams of
But yeah,
two, and I was just like, what is going on here? Yeah.
no idea.
For a second, I thought that was the big three. I thought that was
Yeah,
what's that Ice Cubes League. I thought that's what
yeah.
it was, but apparently that's disrespectful to say.
No, Ice Cubes League is just 3-on-3 basketball. I wish they'd hopped on the women's side of it before the Unrivaled did, but I mean, it's good that it existed either way. But kind of looking at Ice Cube questionable for taking so long to even try to get a women's league off the ground. That's neither
Yeah.
here nor there. Uh,
Oh man,
all right. So yeah, that's the story of how GQ never learned to play cricket, but has a full cricket set. I'm
it's a
disappointed you
blanket.
don't actually know how to play cricket though, because you could have told me what the hell was going on in that game. But I think a six is their version of a home run. So that's why it's called a
Listen,
six. I don't know if it's worth 6 points, whatever. I have no idea.
it was weird because when I saw it, like I saw a guy throw the cricket or the whatever it is, and
Right.
then I want to call it a croquet mallet, but I'm not sure if that's actually what it is because I never knew what it was called. It was like it looked like a really elongated spatula, but the way he hit the ball with it, it was
Oh, they have like a
it
little
was like a
curve to them, a
yeah,
bend. Yeah.
and the way he hit it was like he went underhand with it, and it was just like I don't know what happened because I saw him run the bases kind of, and then something else happened, and I was just like that doesn't make any sense. Probably
Right.
to them it does, but it just didn't make any sense to me. So, and I don't like complicated. That's why I chose football because I don't like complicated.
Yeah,
Like I do not
football's
like
not
complicated.
complicated at all.
Not for me.
No, not to you because you were born into it. Like Bane. Like Bane was born into the darkness. You were born into
Because
football. We
like
groomed
because
you for football, basically.
yeah. Because like baseball, I can understand most of baseball until someone hits the ball and it's like they catch it out. Like when can I run? Like I can't steal the base now because
When they
the
catch
ball
it, you
went.
can run as long as you're touching the base before when they catch it.
But that's just the thing. That's what's weird because they hit it. It was in the air. They caught it. I already got to the next base,
Oh no, you
and they
can't.
threw
You
and
gotta go
they
back. You gotta go
and I
back.
didn't understand that part because I was like, wait, when is it? When am I allowed to actually do it? Do I have to wait till we catch it, then throw it, or wait till we
If
catch
he
it, then
catches
I
it,
try to
then
steal it?
yes, you can run. You can run after he catches it,
That will
but you gotta
always
go touch
confuse
the
me.
bag first.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh, you should have played
See,
more sports than just football.
I should have. All I had football, track, and tennis. That was it.
Football, baseball, track, tennis, not tennis, lacrosse, uh, football, baseball, basketball, track, wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, lacrosse. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there was always something, some sport I was involved in, some sport our siblings were involved in. There was always something to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Boulevard used to break bats over
I
his
did.
knee all the time. It was
Not all the
hilarious.
time. It happened one damn time. It happened one time.
Once is all you need to like for the relive that. for your
Yeah.
mind to like play tricks on you to make it happen in different ways at different games at different times. Like my
Mm,
mind saw it one time and it was just like, yeah, he does that all the time now. That is
no,
who you are
one
now, sir.
time,
Crack.
and I struck out because I always struck
Nigga
out
broke a
because I
back.
was ass at baseball. Thanks to anyone who saw me play. It was going to be entertaining
I
because
almost
probably
played
should
baseball.
have a team, but I was not good at baseball. No.
I almost played baseball, but my problem is I could catch a baseball. I could do that. But I will swing at a bat and that joint will go flying. Because that's what I thought you were supposed to do. I thought you were supposed to hit the ball and let the bat go wherever the bat goes.
No.
That's what I always used to do. And
That's
it
just
got caught in the bleachers one time, right over somebody's head, almost hit him. And I was like barred from hitting ever again.
good. Because your ass need to go to batting cages if you're doing shit like that. Shout out to the Ridgely Rebels. Let me talk about baseball. Anyway, what's first? Where do we begin? Where do we begin? Do you want to start with the Super Bowl or do you want to start with the Eagles?
Let's start with the Super Bowl because we're probably gonna talk about the Super Bowl and then never talk about it ever again.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I can't imagine we're gonna have much to say next week unless there's some controversy or something. So like,
Yeah,
yay, such and such won, or boo, such and such won. Probably boo to both teams. I don't really give a shit who wins. I mean, I do, but I don't. I don't. I don't. I really don't.
I don't.
But and
I'll say this: I'm pretty sure you don't want the Patriots to win.
I don't really want the Patriots to win. No, I'm like the majority of the folks who acknowledge that the Patriots. This is kind of a shitty matchup. I mean, I'm
It
not going to
is.
just single out the Patriots here. This is, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god,
You couldn't
oh
give us
my
anything
god.
better than this. I mean, matchup wise, fine. It's a fine matchup. I mean, if you look at their team rankings and all that shit, they're both top 10 in all the categories that mattered. So, I mean, for the most part, you look at like the basic ones, rushing yardage, passing yardage, whatever. But a lot of people would say the Patriots were a big success of their own schedule, like their schedule helped. Which, in the regular season, yeah, sure, you can give them that. You can say they were benefiting from their schedule. So what?
Well, they benefited 100% from their schedule.
But like, so what? They can't control that. That's up to some couple in Indiana that does that shit every year. Like it's just the way the things rotate and the way you finish the season prior with all of that shit. You can't really prepare like plan for your schedule the next season, the prior season, or anything like that. So you just plan who you play, and if it just so happens that quarterbacks get injured or whatever happens to where the team, your opponent at that moment is not at their best, that's not on you. All you can do is go out there and execute because you can still lose to that team. That team can still
True.
beat you. So all you can do is play the team in front of you. I just feel like that's an unfair knock. Like, yeah, it's true they did benefit, but they also had to win a few games to get to where they are now. Because that benefited them in the regular season, but now they're facing top competition. I mean, Denver lost their quarterback, but they won the games. They did what they were supposed to do.
I feel like everybody that New England played in the playoffs really just gave them the wins. LA looked like garbage sauce. I don't even know what the hell that was.
Yeah,
Houston looked like they didn't belong in the playoffs.
right.
And then
Yes,
Denver
yeah,
lost their starting quarterback.
yeah. I mean, they did what they were supposed to do.
They did what they were supposed to do, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You can't knock them for doing what they were supposed to do. This is like whatever was going with the other team. That was on the other team to deal with. They had to figure out how to win, and they didn't. All across the league, it's next man up, and we put more stock into the way teams win than the fact that they win, and that's a little misplaced, I guess. But that said, I mean, they did allegedly, I was saying, to beat three top five defenses in the postseason. The Patriots did, so I'll give them that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, other than that, I really just would like to see them and point out the turnaround that they had. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, they had 4 wins. They finished with 4 wins, and they went from that to this game. And really, it's all credit to the coaching and the leadership, I guess, from the top down has got them back to where they are. I mean, that and the luck of the schedule. So, but to say that they don't deserve to be here, then it's like, who does? What team deserves to be here over the Patriots?
The Broncos.
You think so?
I
If they had,
really, I felt like,
if Bo Nix played, yes, they were going to the Super Bowl. There's no doubt.
I feel like
Um,
that was the most unfortunate thing to have happened all year.
yeah,
Granted, I didn't want to see them there. Honestly, I'll tell you the teams that I wanted to see in the Super Bowl year. I wanted to at least see. I was hoping that Buffalo was going to get out of this thing, even though I can't stand Josh Allen. I was hoping they were going to get to the AFC Championship, but I wanted to see the Chargers in the Super Bowl. I wanted to see the Chargers in the Super Bowl, and I wanted to see the Rams in the Super Bowl. That's what I wanted to see.
I just wanted to know what the narrative would be if Denver had made it with Bo Nix. Like how much they were going to start kissing Sean Payton's ass and propping him up as the best coach in the league and all of this bullshit. I just wanted to see that happen, how fast that
Oh,
happened.
they would
Or
have lost.
at all.
They would have lost
Yeah, I know, but they still would have kissed his ass.
because I feel like the refs helped them their whole game. Like that went. I'm still to this day like the Eagles. Yes, the Eagles gave that game away, but that intentional grounding that they didn't call is going to be a problem for me, and I'm never going to let that shit go.
All right. Well, you know who to blame for that. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Can't do shit about that yet because I mean we're going to talk about the Eagles situation and what could the dire straits that could be at. But I mean, first we didn't get into Seattle yet. How do you feel about Seattle? Because that's kind of like, I mean, a turnaround. I mean, last year it was Gino was last year, right? That was last year. That wasn't
Yeah, it was Geno's
this
last year.
year. Gino was there last year, and even then, he was like, wait, I can't actually remember. Was that the year Gino was good, or was that the year before?
That was the year before. Geno was like
Okay, yeah,
middle of the pack
okay,
last year.
all right. Yeah. So I mean, I was trying to bring into the change the way things turned over, but it's fair to say, I mean, offensively, Darnold was still pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, statistically, I mean, he had a lot of numbers. Numbers looked good. He was eighth in passing yards, shit like that. But he threw a lot of picks,
Mm-hmm.
and like you can't really give him the credit that you give like your typical quarterback that makes it this far
Mm-hmm.
because it's not him. It wasn't him. But
Yeah,
they want to credit him so bad for things. They want to
yeah,
credit Darnold so much, but this wasn't Darnold's work.
yeah. It's the narrative. It's
No,
100% the narrative. The Jets. Um, oh, he did well. He went from the Jets to the Panthers to here. All right, I'll give you that. But what's the problem? Why couldn't he succeed in New York? Maybe because the Jets sucked, but so did the Vikings. But they had a great offensive, like they had a great play caller, and I
yeah,
tell you, that's all that matters. If you have a great play caller, you fucking
makes
do
a
wonderful
huge
things.
difference. Almost
So,
everything, almost all difference.
like, I'm not about to sit here and crown his ass. I'm not about to crown. Sam Darnold as the MVP. He's not. Like, I'm not. Fuck that. My whole asshole.
Ugh. Go ahead, speak your piece.
Like, yeah, he improved, but like, why did it take him this long in his career to actually do something? Because he got a good offensive coordinator. That's not that's not Sam Darnold unlocking some capability. Because if we're gonna talk about people who unlock themselves, you know what? I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna leave Jalen Hurts out of it.
Yeah,
But we'll talk about somebody who becomes unlocked when they get a great offensive coordinator. That's all that happened with Sam Darnold and Gino.
yeah.
You had a
With
good
injury,
offensive
it was
play
Darnold
caller.
had Kubiak, and now I mean, just 1 year with Kubiak. Look where Kubiak's going. He's had a head
Yeah,
coaching job.
yeah. They unlocked his talent. I mean, that's all it was. You just got unlocked. Now let's see what happens if they don't have the same type of offensive coordinator. Are we going to
They're
say
gonna go
if he
backwards.
fucking yeah,
Definitely
if he
step backwards
if he
next season.
regresses, if yeah, so if he regresses, are we going to start saying that? Oh yeah, Sam Darnold might actually be trash because he doesn't have the offensive coordinator.
I mean,
I
I bet
think
he's
it's like,
really middle of the pack. So
and the same thing happened to Gino. We were ready to crown his ass because he had a solid OC calling his plays,
mhm.
and then when he didn't have it, he started playing like he's in the middle of the pack. And then
Kept
when we
playing like
went to
the Gino we were used to.
yeah, and then he went to the Oakland and he had Chip Kelly, which we all know that Chip Kelly is
Yeah,
dog shit. I don't even know how that man got a job.
Chip Kelly
Dog
and
shit.
Oakland. That's a perfect fit because they're both terrible and they're just so terrible together.
Just win, baby.
Yeah,
Can't even do that. I feel like Al Davis might have freaking cursed them with that,
mm,
with the just win, baby. I feel like he cursed them because they can't win, baby. They can't. I feel like they've had like one good year and it was with John Gruden. They won this. Wait, did they win the Super Bowl with John Gruden? Who would they win the Super Bowl with? The
man.
recent. Didn't they win one recently? Like, no, so
They
it
lost
wasn't in
to
my
Tampa
lifetime.
Bay.
Okay, that's what I saw. It was John Gruden in Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Raiders won a
So,
Super Bowl in 76, 80, and 83.
okay, so it was before my lifetime. Okay, I thought I saw one, but that was the Buccaneers
Wait,
that I
okay.
saw when they got their ass stumped on. Cool beans. That's all. I feel
Hmm.
relieved.
Yeah, I was gonna say they didn't win in 83. Whatever. Sorry, okay, we got to pause in the action. Why? Okay, they did win in 83, but yeah, their 83 is 84. But yeah. All right, moving forward. We're moving on to the Eagles now, finally.
Let's move
After all,
forward.
so much time has passed. How much time
Yeah.
has passed? Oh my God.
We only talked about the Super Bowl for about like maybe 9 minutes.
Nah, well, that's all. Yeah, that's enough.
That's all they needed. They don't need nothing
Yeah,
else.
they're not watching us for just us to talk about the Super Bowl. If they're even watching at this point. So I know I ain't been on my shit like I should. Like I'm still trying to figure out where I'm at. Okay. I guess I'll just start with panic, 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 panic. We have a problem. We have a problem with Billy. Oh my God. Jeff Stoutland has left the team. Stoutland University has shuttered its doors at least temporarily, and when they reopen, it may not be in Philadelphia. Panic, panic. We're already having O-line issues. We already lost one guy. Another guy's on his way out this year. He has no reason to come back, and I really hope he does retire because physically, you've got no reason to be there. Go
Yeah,
home, Lane Johnson. So, I mean, outside of Lane Johnson, I mean, Mailata was Mailata, but the rest of the line didn't look good. Like that's just been the main like a big problem. The rest of the line outside of the players we like the key players, even what's his name? What the hell's his name? The big dude, Landon Dickerson, did not have a good year.
hmm
Not have a good year.
No.
So and Now we get the news that Stoutland's leaving, probably due to losing the run game coordinator and all the bullshit going on with the regime
Mm-hmm.
change. But what he's left behind is a bunch of rookies. You know, we got 6 rookie old linemen on the team. 6. 6 of them that were supposed to develop under Stoutland. Drew
How you gonna say
Kendall,
that?
huh?
Oh, go ahead.
Kendall, Jake Majors, Willie Lampkin, Holland Pierce, Cameron Williams, and Miles Hinton. All rookie
Mm.
linemen, all basically said, we're supposed to have next man up. We're basically hoping that one of these dudes or two of these dudes actually picked up enough to be competent right now. What are the odds of that happening?
I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be honest with you,
Ah,
because with that knowledge and knowing that we've seen so, like, and I try my best to try to speak like positivity when it came to Stoutland, but like the proof is in the pudding, because when guys go down, if you're really developed, if you're really like this O line whisperer that they say he
mm-hmm.
is, then why do we see such a drop off when like certain people go down? Like Makai Becton was a project success, so we should not have seen such regression at that position as we did. Like it should.
Right.
Tyler Steen has been there long enough that he should have been developed in his role.
Brett Toth.
Cam Jurgens should not have
Mm-hmm.
moved into center. He should not have moved to center. He should have stayed at guard. They
Craig
should have
Shot.
found somebody else. They should have drafted a center and left it. Because if Cam Jurgens was doing fine as a right guard, they should have left him there. I am not a fan of moving people out of a position where they were already successful. Maybe that was the plan. It was probably because it was the plan all along. But I feel like you start moving pieces around and you fuck up the rotation.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what happened. Fuck up
so
your rotation.
and now it's like you're forcing yourself, because now like these guys who probably need to develop aren't developing, and and you seeing that all over the Eagles, just the team itself in a whole is just like no development outside of those star players, and people are like crutched up. Like Makai Becton probably was one of those things that Stoutland probably be like, oh yeah, I did that. No, well, what is it? Like, what is it turned out for? Like, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I did Jordan Mailata. He's came from never playing again to being one of the best. That's because Jordan Mailata came into the league hungry as shit.
Yeah.
He came in hungry, wanting to prove himself, and you probably untap something. Yeah, you probably untap something. But what's the problem? Why can't you untap something with Miles Hinton or Cam Williams? Because that you got to keep bringing back freaking, what was his name? Rob Johnson or Robert Johnson or
Fred
whoever
Johnson.
that is.
Fred
Fred
Johnson.
Johnson. Why is
Yeah.
it that you can't unlock nothing with those younger guys, that you got to keep bringing this guy back? Or
And
what's
even
that
the
guy?
guys that they
Bryant.
had, like the ones they had going out there, were not good.
Yeah, so
And
I
they've
feel like that's
consistently
an
not
issue.
been good. Oh, year over year. Why are we still
Yeah,
using them? Where is the kids? Where are these the future? Where are the players that we're supposed to be rotating in?
yeah.
Where?
And here's another one. Here's another one. You mentioned a guy who's at center, Drew Kendall, rookie guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why were we bringing out Brett Toth if we had Kendall? You're supposed to have
Nah,
those rookies there to develop. So
yeah.
if you're gonna fucking put a bum out there, put a fucking rookie out there. Let them develop, get that experience. Because the only way somebody's gonna get better is if they get reps. Because we were shitting on Adoree Jackson all the beginning of the year. Now, I'm not saying I want him to be the starter next year,
He gone.
but after getting fucking picked on at some point, he did start to up the ante later in the year. He did start to improve later in the year. So
Sometimes there were
um,
some better
yeah,
players.
there was some. I'm not saying I'm going to go all in on that's my guy. He's not my guy in any way, shape, or form. I'd be surprised if he still has a job next year.
Not in
But
Philly. He'll be in the league.
but it's just
He'll be in
when
the
you
league.
get
He's
to
got starters experience. He ain't going nowhere.
I just feel as though like when certain people go down and you have rookies that need those reps, that need to actually get that real life repetition, under no circumstance do you put somebody in that has failed you numerous times. There's no reason that Matt Pryor should have still been getting reps. He's
Facts.
been in the league too long. Brett Toth shouldn't have been getting the reps that he was getting. Fred
Matt Pryor
Johnson
should have
should
been
not have been.
coaching by now. Realistically, Matt Pryor should have been coaching by now.
Right, Fred Johnson shouldn't have been brought back. And another thing, and I know I'm drifting away from O line and Stoutland, but why did we keep getting that shit show that was Keely Ringo? Why did we keep throwing him in there? Why is Mac McWilliams not getting opportunities? Like you drafted this guy. You drafted let me emphasize this enough. You drafted this guy. You need to prove that you actually drafted him for a reason. So why is he not getting opportunities? Throw his ass into the fire when you know Keely Ringo is out there stinking it up every time. Instead of trying to reshape everything with fucking moving Cooper DeJean out there and he got freaking torched by CD Lamb. Under those circumstances, do I want to put because right there when you did that, you fucking exposed CD. You kind of exposed Cooper DeJean as like a deep cover guy. You exposed him. Like that's not his that's not his wheelhouse. So you put him out there against CD Lamb. Of course he was gonna get fucking torched. You don't put somebody out there who doesn't do that. That's not what he does. So you go out there, throw a guy like Mac McWilliams out there because that's what he does. He guards the outside. Let him fucking guard the outside. Yeah, he gonna get burnt, but he a rookie. He's supposed to get burnt. Let him fucking learn from it. But he's not gonna learn from it if you keep fucking throwing bummy Ringo out there or fucking bum Jacorian Bennett out there because they both look like dog shit. So why the hell we still throwing them out there if they're just gonna keep getting embarrassed? Let a rookie get embarrassed. Maybe he'll fucking learn from it. Because Jacorian Bennett didn't work in the Raiders. Why the hell did we? I don't know. I thought it was a great idea because, I just thought it was a great idea to get a fresh face in there. But you cannot forget the fact that you had Mac McWilliams there. Why is your rookie not getting reps? And that's always going to bother me.
I'm sorry, I was taking in other information. I'm going to save it for the end of the episode. Just say the awards have been announced.
Gross.
The Hall of Famers have been announced and all of that good stuff, but we'll get to that before the show's out. So yeah, what were you saying? I'm sorry, I didn't catch most of it because I was focused on that.
It was just the emphasis on instead of bringing in these over, because these guys are going to make too much fucking money because you keep bringing them back in. They're getting these higher contracts because they're old.
Mhm.
They've been in the league a while. And when you got rookies that are going to be on your team because they got like those longer contracts, fucking put them in there. I'm not one of those people that's going to waste time on like old farts. I'd rather lose
Right.
and develop people to be better next year than keep thinking I'm going to try to win with people that have been doing it badly their whole career.
Yeah. So just take a chance on the next guy. I mean, because
Absolutely.
if you give them a chance, they haven't proved themselves. You can't keep going back to them and expecting them to suddenly just, I got it now. Because
Because
that's
you
the
know
wishful
who my
thinking.
prime example was? My prime example was Andre Dillard. I kept saying Andre Dillard is a guard. He's trash at tackle. He's a guard. They finally decided to move him to guard, but it was too late. I said take him out the game because he's getting beat the fuck up at left tackle. He's a horrible blindside tackle. Stop it. Just do the experiment. Get the experiment with Jordan Mailata over with. Just put him out there. The fact of the matter that we thought it was a good idea to keep an undersized Dillard and over Mailata just bothered the shit out of me. That was one thing. And then we kept trying it with Jason Peters. Like, why was we keep
Hmm.
going back and forth with this Jason Peters experiments pissed me off as well. That used to bother the fuck out of me. Like, why do we keep going back to the well when it was just time to like move the fuck on. That's when I read that, and I'll say that's probably a Howie problem because we keep going back to that same garbage well. I don't want
Well,
to
if
see
you're
Fred Johnson back
not
here.
picking up the depth, then yeah, we're gonna have to got to do something if you're not getting hitting on a challenge later in the draft or anything.
So if that
Or
means that somebody
last
else
year,
needs that.
and that.
That means somebody like that means that's a personnel problem inside. Like that's a staff problem.
No, it's a crapshoot. It really is. And the further down, I mean, if you
Well,
were
yeah,
working out in the pot, I mean,
but I'm
you need
saying
more
from
picks. The more picks you have, the more odds you have of finding those players. But
yeah,
other
I
than
agree
that,
with that. But I feel like when you get to a certain point, like you bringing in guys like Mac McWilliams, you gotta at least your coaches got to be doing something. So what's
yeah,
cut like so like what did Christian Parker not develop Mac McWilliams? I'm pretty sure he worked with him, but we
work
never
with
gonna we didn't get a chance to see what he can do because we kept going
right.
back and forth to the Keely Ringo game. So we
That's
never
true.
got a chance. And I feel like we knew what we was gonna get with Keely Ringo. We knew we was gonna get fucking Eli Apple type of work out there.
You knew what we were going to get out of Keely Ringo. Wasn't you like the number one Keely
I
Ringo
was a
supporter
number
out
one
there?
Keely Ringo, and then after a while, it started to look bad, and I was like, okay,
And I'm
time
just
to
like,
move on.
dude, he was only good his freshman year. He was only good his freshman year.
Honestly, I believe that Keely Ringo was too big and wasn't fast enough to be playing corner. I felt like he was too big and too slow to play corner. Not
Yeah, he's
like
only ain't even
his
25 yet. Move his ass to safety now.
yeah. I that's what I thought they should have did. 6'3", 207. You should be moving him to safety. But I feel like we did. We made and one thing at the deadline, we brought in freaking Michael Carter. That was just
Yeah,
I thought that was a bad trade, but they said it
yeah.
was because it was I think here's another problem. I feel like we waited too long as an organization to move on from Avante Maddox. I feel like that's like one of those problems that I feel like the Eagles had that we just didn't do right, and and it's just a personnel issue. Like we made bad decisions. I feel like we thought we had something that we didn't have when they brought in Adoree and Ringo. They thought they had something, but they didn't have it. That's why they didn't offer Isaiah Rogers something or didn't attempt to retain those guys. But I'll move on.
Yeah, so it just seems like they're all bad choices. A lot of reaching in free agency and off the street talent instead of just focusing on developing what you have outside of the top picks. It seems
Yeah.
like those are the only ones that showed any real improvement were the top picks. Like when you get down to fourth, fifth, sixth round, I mean, looking at the roster, how many of them came from that outside of Mailata, Ajomo, and really who else was really making the most of their reps out from those later picks?
And here's my point. Here's my issue, bro. Here's my issue.
Mm,
You had Milton Williams. Not saying that like it made sense that you had to let him go because you wasn't going to pay him that. He wasn't worth what he was going to make. He wasn't worth it. Like he wasn't worth getting paid that amount. So you freaking bring in more. You allow more Ajomo. More Ajomo's going to leave in like a year.
yeah, I mean,
What are you going to do after that?
somebody's going to do the same thing they did before. They're just going to reach on his potential, give him a bigger money deal than he's worth, and he's going to bust out and fail, flop on a contract. But
Why can't we do?
Jomo was just good in a bad situation. Somebody had to get those numbers. Somebody had to get those pressures, and it just happened to be him. I don't know how much of it is him actually improving or him just actually getting more time.
He just lucked up. He just got in
Yeah,
the right. It's in the right spot.
yeah. Like he
Mm,
was necessary. He had to be out there on the field because the people behind him weren't as ready, I guess.
that
So,
is true. What happened to the Manila? What was his name? Vanilla Gorilla.
hmm
Yeah, Todd Robinson. That
so
man. We didn't see him. We
yeah,
didn't see him. Why did rookie not getting it?
Maybe I don't
And
know.
that's two things.
Just assumed he just needed to be in the weight room or something. That's why he wasn't out there. Some
Yeah, he
players
was.
just aren't physically ready to play at that level yet.
Yeah, that could be it.
I mean, especially considering he's a defensive tackle. So
Yeah,
he's
he was
going to be,
undersized.
extreme's going to be a factor, like a major factor in how he progresses as a player. So,
But my thing about Ty Robinson, what bothered me about Ty Robinson was that he was listed at 310.
mm,
And then by the time the NFL season started, he was 288. I
yeah,
didn't know. I wasn't sure what happened there because he was supposed to be a nose,
yeah, he's
but
not.
he lost the weight. I don't know why.
I feel like if he ended up being one of them out of position ass players, that could turn out to be a bad pick for us.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing you just love the personality, but we got to see it on the field. It don't matter how
Yeah.
fun you are to be around or how lively a person you are. If you bite the heads off of frogs or what have you, that don't mean shit if you ain't doing nothing on the field. You got to be on the field. That's what you're paid to do. That's what you were drafted to do. So, yeah. Since as of now, that's like a waste of a pick because he was not useful this season, and we didn't have this opportunity space to be wasting picks this season, especially when pass rush was a need or a severe need to the point that we were relying on Morola Jomo to be one of our main pass rushers. Like he's all right, but he's a rotation guy at best.
Oh yeah,
So
and that's what we got to get back to.
yeah, we gotta like we can have rotational pass rushers, but you still need dominant pass. You still
That's the
need
problem.
pass rush that they're going to have to focus on, that they're going to have to double up on. They're going to have to put fresh, like a key to that. That's the player they have to worry about, and that frees up the rest of them. But until they have that player, and it ain't Marlo Chomo, it's not. I'm sorry, but it's not. He's just one of the guys, and
A
that's all
few
right.
years.
We need those guys, but we need that beast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a path to find that beast. I don't see a path at on a D line or really anywhere else because to me defense look kind of soft.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Sometimes, sometimes they just got mushed, basically just shoved around, dominated. And if you're getting dominated by the line, by the offensive line, and by the big boys, they're going to do that all day, and they're going to just run all over you. If you can't do shit
Yeah.
about that, then yeah. So I mean, especially if your offense isn't doing it either. But there's hope on the horizon, ish, if you want to be hopeful, because people moved out and people moved in, and moving out with Stoutland, probably that guy from Bowling Green, he's out too.
Mm-hmm.
Patulo's still around for now, but we know. Like he's a grown man. Ain't no way in hell he's sticking around through the season. He don't like Sirianni that much. He can't possibly. But unless he just wants a steady job, I don't know. I can't tell you what Pachulo's thinking. I just know he should have resigned by now. If it was me, I'd have been on to the next one.
I'm not sticking around. You
Mm-mm.
just publicly let me go. Like
Yeah,
that's your buddy. They gotta be buddies. Like they gotta
yeah,
like go to cookouts together. Cause,
right.
but that's gonna get him fired though. That's gonna get Nick Sirianni fired.
It could be the cause. Could do it. Definitely could.
It got Doug Peterson fired with Press Taylor. Keeping somebody
Mm.
around that you need to keep around.
Yeah, you see how well that went. He
Got
got
that
fired
man fired
twice.
twice. He got
Yeah,
fired twice trying
yeah.
to keep Press Taylor around. Now where's Press Taylor right now?
I don't know. Is he somewhere?
Mm,
Is he coaching somewhere? Is he
I
really?
don't think he is. I don't think he is.
Chris
'Cause
Taylor, where are you? Over here. Ah, but you know,
he is
we
the
got our
pass
own.
game coordinator in Chicago.
Oh, And that's to
But
him. That's not a bad place to be right now. I mean, that offense did not look bad under Ben Johnson, but
he's also what it is Press Taylor benefit from having somebody who called plays pretty well. Granted, Doug Peterson, when he was under Doug Peterson, both times Doug Peterson was like, Press Taylor's gonna be my OC. Press Taylor's gonna be my OC. And Doug Peterson was like, I still don't trust you enough to call my plays. Now he's the pass game coordinator. Because he was the OC in Jacksonville for 2 seasons, I think.
mm.
Never called the play.
Yeah, I mean, that didn't go very well for anybody there. So
No, it didn't.
maybe, I mean, it probably wouldn't have hurt to give Press Taylor a chance to call plays because
It wouldn't
what
have.
dude was doing wasn't working. So you got to try something else. That's what happened in Philly. That's why we got new staff coming in. We got what's his name, Sean Mannion.
Yeah, I remember
Sean
Ronnie Perry.
Mannion, 33 years old, former Oregon State Beaver, 2015 third-round pick, 89th by the Rams. Also played for the Vikings and Seahawks. More than once he was on their practice squad. His stats were mid, 83 touchdowns, 54 interceptions at Oregon State. 1 year as an offensive assistant and 1 year as a quarterback coach. Never called plays, only threw 110 passes. After Pachulo's experience fucked us over, are we making the same mistake? Granted, I hear all the hype behind him. I hear everybody like, yeah, he's great, he's great. He's got the photographic memory, which has been like the word of this damn post this coaching cycle. He's got photographic memory. He remembers every play. Everybody likes to say about every damn coordinator. Shove that up your ass. He ain't got no damn photographic memory. Okay?
I
But
ain't with this shit.
yeah. But it's like he's very inexperienced. He was
Very
inexperienced as a
inexperienced.
pro quarterback. He spent a lot of time holding a clipboard. It's like we put too much stock in it. I mean, sometimes it's a good thing for a coach, for a future coach to be sitting there. But I mean, I'm not using this as a knock. I'm just not quite convinced because I look at the inexperience and I look at the fact that he's young. He's just a little young.
Yes.
And they want to prop him up like some wonder kind, and I'm just not convinced. I have to see it. And you look at his experience, he hasn't. Where's he shown it? I mean, let's see. It was with the Packers. Okay, so Jordan Love was a solid quarterback, maybe top 10, right? Maybe top 10.
Hmm.
And we want to give him credit. We want to give him that credit for that. Fine, but he didn't call plays. That's where the problem lies. We just went with this shit where a guy who didn't call plays. Everybody wants to say, "Oh yeah, he's this great coach and everything," but why hasn't he called plays yet? If he's got all these damn people like he's going to be a great coach, why hasn't anybody let him call plays? We don't know that he can't call plays. We don't know that he's just not going to be Patullo all over again. I can't get my hopes up on it. That's my issue with Manuel. I mean,
Hmm.
everybody else believes in him. I want to believe in him too, but I just can't get over that fact after we just got screwed over by the last guy who did the same damn thing. That's where I have a problem. But I also know that he worked in with a lot of solid coordinators and coaches and assistant coaches over his career. I know he did. And he probably picked up a few things from them, and that can only help. But the play calling, the fact that he's 6 years older than the quarterback.
That's
I
all.
don't think he's had enough seasoning. And if he's
None.
just going to waste another season, he needs a season to learn how to do shit. Then we just wasted 2 seasons of Jalen Hurts. We just wasted 2 seasons of Barkley, AJ, and this whole offense and the youth of this defense. We're going to have to start paying them. Well, we've wasted 2 seasons on trying to find a play caller if this guy doesn't work out. That's why I'm concerned. If that made any damn sense.
It do. It do.
Did you change your clothes?
No.
Oh, I don't recall you wearing a salmon shirt.
Oh, I had on my robe the whole time.
Yeah, you're a fucking weirdo, man.
Yeah. I have the same concerns as you in that, like, and I know you was like Grizzard, Gizzard, whatever his name is. Um, not
Joshi
get
gizzards.
bringing, and I don't like it when, because like they did this shit last year with Patullo. It's like you brought Patullo in, but you already had somebody who could had experience calling plays. You had two other coaches who has experience calling plays, but you chose Patullo. And like there is a reason why a lot of people with zero play calling experience don't do well playing calls. I mean, getting play calling experience their first time. And this is why I feel like we're probably going to see the same thing
Right.
that just played out with Sean Mannion because they don't have a lot of play calling experience. So it's like it doesn't bode well for new coaches and new systems and like because the system they ran with Jordan Love, that's not
Mhm.
the same system. So like you're gonna have to come in here and you're gonna have to change what they used to, and it doesn't really bode well because like now you got to come in here with your own new ideas and just hope that Jalen Hurts and company can pick it up. You're gonna hope that it's, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
there's plenty of reason to be nervous. There's plenty of reason to be cautious what's happening here. It's hard to be excited and get your hopes up because we just went through it and we don't want to basically
like,
bounce back into the same relationship with another group.
yeah, because like for all of that, if you wanted to go with like somebody who's gonna be a one another bridge OC. You should have
Mhm.
just hired freaking Gizzard or whatever his name is. Just
Right.
make him be the OC. At least he has some play calling experience.
Yeah.
It's
Even
not
if
like
it's
he's
going to be
gonna sit
costly, it
there.
still counts.
Yeah.
Josh Griffith, former Yale safety, interned with the. Okay, this dude was like, is still in college, interned with the Panthers, and senior year decided that he wanted to become a coach. Like
Mm.
before he even got out of college, he was like, I want to coach. So we got to do around 21 graduate assistant quality control coach 2013 to 16. Then he got picked up by Miami. He was there from 2017 to 2019 in all manners of quality control and a little bit of time as a wide receivers coach. So yeah, quality control, which I guess like you go get the coffee, you cut the tape, all of that stuff. Basically, you're the
Hmm.
basement guy. And then he went to the Buccaneers, where again he was the pass game coordinator. I'm assuming he cut a lot of tape there too. And that was 2024. And then he was promoted in 2025, and he was fired before the season ended, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, Emeka Ibuka was good under his watch, but the whole getting fired thing was kind of a red flag for me because I mean,
Josh Gizzard.
yeah. I mean,
Mm.
maybe it was
Yeah.
that thing we talked about the last episode or the episode before where you get promoted to incompetence, you get promoted too high on the ladder and you can't do the job.
Yeah.
If that is, then hey, that's on Tampa Bay, and that's a benefit to the Eagles especially.
Hmm.
But I mean, he was on part of four consecutive winning seasons with the Dolphins, contributed to an offense that was first in yards per game, passing yards per game, and yards per carry, while finishing second in yards per play, net yards per pass attempt, and points scored per game. During his time as Miami's wide receivers coach, Grizzard worked closely with Waddle, who broke the then record for most rookie receptions with 104 and the current Dolphins club rookie record of 1,015 receiving yards. That's credit to Wikipedia, I think. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So,
my question about Grizzard. Oh,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, go
No,
ahead. Speak your piece, please.
I was just gonna ask a question. It's like because I feel like it's one of those things that a lot of people are ignoring. The man went from safety, from playing safety
Mm,
in college, to becoming an offensive coordinator. That's kind of crazy to me.
no, that took 13 years. He climbed that shit. Wasn't like he
Yeah,
just jumped in and he just switched sides. No, he spent a lot of time as quality control.
well, yeah, but I
Like,
would have thought that the natural path would have go the defensive side.
yeah,
I would think that would have been the natural side, but he
right.
didn't. That's not the route he went. I thought that's very interesting for him
Well, there's
because
more
he did.
fun
That means
reasons.
he actually did the work.
Yeah, he did. He put the work in. It was like says I see three different stints as quality control coach in Miami. Like, it says offensive quality control, then it says quality control. Wide receivers coach, then offensive quality control. To me, it's like I don't really know that there's much difference probably in offensive quality control coach and quality control coach. So I'm just going to say like most of the time he was in Miami, he was cutting tape.
Yeah,
So yeah. I'm going to assume this guy probably knows what he's doing for the most part. Has he been promoted too high? Yeah, that's why he's in Philly now.
hmm
He's probably not ready or may not ever be ready to be an offensive coordinator. But while he's here, we can trust that at least he's called plays before, even if it was collegiately. He's called plays before. So we got somebody that's at least capable of doing that. We don't know how, I don't know how well he called plays, but like we really don't know how well he called plays. After all, he was fired. But
yeah.
the run game took a dip backwards in Tampa Bay. The offense as a whole took a dip backwards in Tampa Bay. I will say I like the way Ibuka stepped up early in the season. I mean, I'm a fan. He was like first half rookie of the year at one
Yeah.
point.
Ameka Ibuka was just out there disrespecting Baker Mayfield's passes.
Yeah, like he didn't care if it was a bad pass. He was still bringing it. Well,
It was,
I have more faith in that guy as pass game coordinator and what he can bring in at that point, as opposed to just don't promote him any higher necessarily.
I'll
Leave him
say
for
don't promote anybody else
yeah,
from within.
yeah.
I'll say
If
if you
you
want to be
do,
a
kind of prepare them for the role ahead of time per se. Like
yeah,
maybe
like
get them, yeah. Just don't
let
throw
them
them in
let
there.
them call your third down plays, like or
Next thing
your
you know, we're
second
gonna be
down
running a
plays.
wide nine, like
Like,
it's
hey,
some brand new shit ain't nobody ever heard of. Ain't that right, Walter Gonzalez or whatever the hell his name was?
because the way I would do it, is if like let's say you had a nice productive play on first down, let them call your second down play. Like
He can have the blowouts.
or that
Yeah. Like
like
there's
why
times you can let them have you can let them call plays. There's times where it happens. It happens. So
that's how you develop somebody into a call player. Just be like, take your headset off or
preseason games, you
put
got
your mic
somebody
up.
hurt calling plays in the Senior Bowl. Like it happens.
And that's where I want to go back and watch that East West Shrine game if I can get a chance to, because
Yeah.
apparently Sean Mannion was the OC there. He was calling the plays there.
Yeah.
So I do want to watch that. They weren't letting people watch the clips, so I guess I'm gonna have to really search for that film so I can actually watch how he did. I can probably
Yeah.
find it on one of the apps. I'm not sure if I can, but I'll double check, see if I can find it. Because if I can, we can probably watch it.
Okay.
List. Computer just went out. All right, here we go.
Yeah. All right. So I guess that was all a quick pause in the middle. Let you try to figure out what you got going on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can find that game. We can watch some of his play calling. Nope,
Oh,
I'm not gonna find it.
Yeah, we could look for it after. I mean, I still got a question
Okay.
because Fangio, we haven't discussed Victor Fangio.
He's an asshole. Okay.
There is word on the street, and the word keeps coming back. So there's definitely some fire in that smoke that
Mm-hmm.
Fangio is considering retirement. People are shocked by this information when it's like, didn't we notice when he came here that it was just
Mm-hmm.
gonna be a temporary thing? Like he wasn't staying here for 5 years as damn head defense coordinator. He was this was his last stop. We knew that. Like, I feel like we knew that when he took the job that this was going to be his last stop. He was retiring at some point. So the fact that he's considering it, it's like, duh. Of course he's considering
Right.
it. He was considering it when he came out of here. So, with that said, why don't we have a succession plan in place? Why are we losing people like Christian Parker to the Cowboys? Why aren't these people being prepared to take this spot? Basically, why don't we have a succession plan? Why is there no plan in place to ensure that we have somebody who can take over, who's capable of taking over when Fangio leaves? That we
I'll
don't
tell you
have
exactly why.
to decide.
I'll tell you exactly why. Because Nick Sirianni thinks he's smarter than everybody else.
Mm.
And that's exactly why.
I mean, we would
Nick
have brought
Sirianni.
in Jim Schwartz, which would have been like a downgrade, not as bad, but it would have been definitely
Mm-hmm.
a different, all different defense altogether. The way they operate, same, probably same formation, same formations out there, but more blitz heavy, more attacking. So you might
Yeah.
need a different personnel. But yeah, go ahead and continue. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I think the reason why we don't have a succession plan is because Nick Sirianni thinks he's smarter than everybody else. Because when at the start of this season, I was after the Super Bowl, I was shocked that Vic Fangio returned because I thought to myself that this is it for him. I thought he got his ring, he was going to step off. That's what I thought. I thought
Mhm.
this was going to be he was going to take his ball and go home. Like, I got my ring, I'm going home. I thought that was the plan. And for me personally, I feel like you should always have a succession plan. And for in the fact that Nick Sirianni doesn't have an succession plan, being that you used to be an offensive coordinator, like he should at least be like, well, let me develop myself as an offensive coordinator, so I don't have to keep going back and forth in this situation. Why can't you develop your own play calling skills? Because that is a big problem right then and there. I've seen quite a few coaches who had offensive coordinators that were bad at calling plays, and they were like, okay, give me the clipboard. I got this. That is, and I get it. I get it. Like Nick Sirianni was a bad offensive coordinator, but
Mhm.
it would have instilled some type of confidence in me if Nick Sirianni was like, you know what, I got this.
Yeah.
If he would have instilled said to himself, I got this because this is my system. I know it better than everybody. I
Yeah.
got this. But
Like
he's not that
just take
man.
the reins from Patel. He should have just did exactly that. Took the reins from Patel
Yeah.
and just said, "This is my problem. I'm going to fix it."
So that's why I say that Nick Sirianni thinks he's smarter than everybody else, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Kevin's got this. Like I know Kevin. I know Kevin better than you do. I know he can do it. I know he can lead a high-powered offense." That's how he is. He's like, "Oh, Vic's gonna retire eventually. I don't need to worry about a plan because I'll just promote somebody from within." Uh, but with no background of play calling, I know they're going to be fine. I know we're going to throw Clint Hurd in that defensive coordinator if Vic leaves. Like, what? Do you know that he can do it? Do you know that he can do that?
Right.
Um, do you know that Scott Washburn can call plays? Like, do you know that? Because that's where it comes down to. I feel like Nick Sirianni believes he has the master plan and he's ready for whatever the NFL planet, like whatever happens, he knows exactly what he's going to do because I seen it coming 10 times before you did, right before Kevin
Part of the
Patullo
head
started being
coach's
sucky.
responsibility. You're training these like you're not just training players. You're training coaches too.
Absolutely.
That's part of your like your as your trade. You're training coaches too. You're teaching them how to operate, teaching them how to use their time, teaching them how to schedule practices, how to develop, how to operate drills, all of those things. You're passing that down too, because someone passed that down to you, and you have to pass that down to the next in line. Next,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just the way coaches. Yeah,
Yeah, I
otherwise
agree with
coaches
you.
stop learning how to do shit. Where else are they learning it from? Not the coaches ahead of them, the coaches they're working for. So you have an obligation to teach the coaches underneath you so they can be ready to take your spot or take somebody else's spot, because a good coach has a lot of other coaches. Well, he begets a lot of other coaches. So
And my thing is like the fact that because either Sirianni knew he was going to promote Kevin Patullo when Kellen Moore, because when you hired Kellen Moore, when you hired Kellen Moore, because I saw this happening. I didn't see them winning the Super Bowl. I didn't see Saquon rushing for 2,000 yards, but I knew Kellen Moore likes to run the. Yeah, I knew Kellen Moore liked to run the ball. Then I knew Kellen Moore was going to love having Saquon. I knew that was going to happen, and I knew that that Saquon was going to have a big year because he needed it. Like he needed to prove like he had something to prove. So I knew that was coming because he loves to run the ball. Kellen Moore loves to run the ball. So when that year happened, why? Like, because I knew that Kellen Moore is one of those guys that's always in the conversation for a head coaching position. It was a matter of time before he was going to get it. So why is it that Nick Sirianni wasn't thinking about this ahead of time? He wasn't analyzing anything. He didn't even interview. I don't think he interviewed anybody else. He just automatic was like Kevin Patullo. Kellen Moore left. Kevin Patullo. Like within the next week, he
huh.
didn't even wait. He like Kellen
Well,
Moore left, took Nussmeier, left, took Nussmeier, and was like Patullo. He didn't
Chris,
really. I don't think he
yeah, that's
interviewed
right.
anybody. I don't know if he
Yeah, I think they
interviewed
would have
anybody.
had to because of the Rooney, but that's about it. They just would have had to interview one person of color, I guess,
He
minority.
probably interviewed Jamel Singleton. It was like, all right, you know
There
me.
you
I'm
go.
not going to give it to
That
you.
counts. So that's probably what they did. Potentially, at least, that's what they did. Anyway, just the next chapter of the season, the off season, is free agency, and it does not look good for us.
Nope, we ain't got no money.
I mean, we ain't got no money, and we're losing a few key pieces.
A
I
few.
mean, we already know a few of them are gone because yeah, retirement and
I saw the
just
graphic, bro. I saw the graphic. It was bad. It looked
you know,
like 20 people on that list. That graphic looked bad.
mm. This is without even talking about potential cuts. Goddard, Blankenship, Phillips, Ojulari, Dotson, Brandon Graham's gone again. He's retiring now. Braden Mann, yeah. Josh Uche, Adoree Jackson, Colin Granson had his moments. Matt Pryor, Fred Johnson, good riddance to rubbish. A.J. Dillon, Kobe Dean, that stings. Okoronkwo, Marcus Epps, Brad Toth, Ben Van Sumeren, he's restricted. Sam Howell, and Grant Calcaterra. I don't see too many people on that list I would actually bring back, not even in a rotational depth piece
I
role.
don't see any of those people on that list that I'd either A want to bring back or B can afford to bring back. These guys are getting like
Oh yeah,
15 to $20 million contracts, and I don't see us having it.
I mean Phillips, Jalen Phillips is definitely clearing 10 mil.
Hmm.
I don't know
I
about the
saw what I
17 it's
saw.
projected for, but he's definitely
Yeah,
clearing
what I
10.
saw was like 18.
Yeah, yeah, I got about 17 myself. Yeah, Reed Blankenship. Somebody's going to probably throw him money. I mean,
He's
he's
going to rob
27.
somebody.
He's in his prime. Somebody's going to throw him more than the 7 mil I got him market valued at. I feel like somebody's going to throw him more. Dallas Goddard, he's just we. I don't know what to do with him because before the season started, the word on the street was that he was breaking down. He was
Hmm.
on a downswing, and then this
Yeah,
season maybe due to play call as much as anything, he kind of had a rejuvenance. I know he cleared 10 touchdowns this year. He
Yep.
had a hell of a season,
And that was all
breakout
Scott
season.
LaFleur. That was all
Yeah,
Scott
yeah.
LaFleur.
So like he to me is one of the questions. Like, do we bring him back? Because like I see the market value at 6, like basically 6 mil even. This is all according to the spot track that I'm looking at. And it's like for that price, I would gladly bring him back. 6 mil. Well, I mean, what he offers at least, like he knows what we're doing. He knows how to pepperoni sliced. He's been here a while. He's basically one of the veteran leaders of the locker room. So it would be good to have him back because point blank, we didn't draft Fannin last season. And we're relying on Kyle Highland Granson and Grant Calcaterra, and neither one of them is going to be it. I mean, you can play for like a Kyle Pitts or somebody in trade or not in trade. Kyle Pitts, yeah. Maybe we should try to make an offer for somebody, but outside of like there's probably not too much.
Grant Calcaterra
So
better go play long snapper because he's not going to
yeah,
make it in this league.
it's like, what do you do at tight end? Do you just bring him back even though he's 31? What do you do?
No, no, you just take the L. You got to start trying to
Just sit
recruit
down and
some.
move on.
Yeah, like I feel like we at that stage where we got to start recouping that money that we losing. Like we fucking dunzo right now.
Yeah, yeah. You don't really want to put another like one of those Howie contracts in on Dallas Goddard at this point.
Exactly. Like
You're not going to recoup at some point. Like you said, the ROI is going to be there.
they said, we still paying. We still paying. Who was it? Javon Hargrave. We still paying Javon Hargrave. We're still paying Fletcher Cox. That's insane. We ain't
Yeah,
had these people on our team in like 2 years. We still paying these motherfuckers.
the Eagles have 40 mil in dead cap right now. Like right now, going into 2026. Last season they had 85 million in dead cap. Right now they have 40. So they're still in a hole. No matter what happens. Yeah. Okay. 2026, we're. Man, this thing's taking forever. It's not even. No, it's slowing down. Anyway. So yeah, you get the gist of it. Yeah, we're pretty well cap wise. And that's why they keep having to roll contracts back the way they do. But you can't really do it when the guy's 31 and even though he had a breakout year statistically, it's safe to assume he's still declining.
Yeah.
So, but like all things considered, all those names, N'Kobe Dean, have been mentioned.
All right.
Like
Now
I
Kobe
know
Dean.
players have stepped up in his absence, but what do we do? Like, we saw what it was like when he was there. What do we do?
I'm a big fan of letting your rookies that you drafted do something. So they will all talk about Smile Monday. Let's see Smile Monday. Let's see Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Give them opportunities. When you like, what's the point of having Jahad Campbell if you're just going to put him as special teamer? Like, what's the point? Like, you put him. It's. I feel like you get at some point when you're a team and like there's no point in paying out money just to fucking have to pay out more money later. Like, N'Kobe Dean can barely stay healthy. I'm not paying that money out. Like, this is the first time. Guess it's something you say all the time, Boulevard. It's something you say all the time. Players wait till their contract year to show me something. You wait until his contract year to show you something. Come on, N'Kobe can walk. N'Kobe can walk. I want to see Jihad. I want to see Jeremiah. I want to see Smile Monday.
Would you give N'Kobe Dean 8 mil?
No,
Really?
You gonna give him $8 million,
I
he
mean,
gonna
I
get
know
injured
it.
again.
Huh. Fair enough. All right.
I mean, if he can
I
afford
got
the
a, I
contract,
got some.
because I feel like,
Eagles can't really afford it.
yeah, I'm not bringing nobody back. It's time to focus on the
I mean,
future.
right now they're sitting somewhere around 10 mil in cap space, and they're going to have
Mm,
to extend Carter, Davis, Nolan Smith, and or a Jomo. So
fucked. And
there's
that's
not
gonna be
really
more.
any place to bring in. I mean, not really much hope to keep Dean
Right.
or Blankenship. So you can basically assume all of these people are gone, just like last season.
Hmm. And I'm not a big fan of extending out contracts and then like leaving us paying people after they're gone, because then we looking at like what they call it, Steiner math. It's
Yeah.
called Howie math, but it's Steiner math. I'm not doing that. Sorry. I'm a firm believer of just like, if you gotta go, then you gotta go. You know, I can't do it.
Nature of the business.
Yeah,
I mean, sure, we'd love to keep you here, but you got a value. You have value, and somebody's willing to overpay that value.
yeah.
We
Let me take a compensatory pick.
Yeah.
Like you said, we need a lot of picks. I'll take that draft
Right.
capital.
It's like I don't remember where I looked, but I saw some projected contracts for some of these players, and it said N'Kobe Dean, 3 years, 41 mil, 20 and a 29 and a half guarantee. We can't do that. Like straight out to get Eagles can't do that. How he ain't got that. Even
No,
after Lane makes his decision to step away from the game to hang his cleats up, still ain't got that for Dean. Jalen Phillips, somebody wherever whatever page it was projected, 1 year, 15 mil, 12 and a half guaranteed.
fucking crazy.
We can't do that.
Fuck no.
Can't do that. Goddard, 2 years, 24 mil, 15 guaranteed. I
Nope.
doubt it. Ain't no way in hell. But we can't do that. Might be able to do half of that if we wanted him back bad enough, not desperate enough. And we can't. That's the problem. You're sitting at 10 mil. At best, probably free up what 20 mil. Everything else is going to the rookies that's available. That's where most of the cap space is going to go right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I wouldn't really hopes up bringing anything outside of a trade. That's our best bet because cap space is limited, and
I ain't bringing nobody in.
yeah,
I'm taking it on the chin.
right,
Getting Nick Sirianni fired. No,
no,
I'm joking. I'm joking. But it's time for these coaches to coach. That's how I see it. It's
right.
time for the coaches to coach. It's time for you to develop these guys. Because if you can't develop these guys, then we have a problem. I get it. Howie Roseman's buying the groceries. He's got the groceries. Figure out how to figure out the recipe.
Right.
Because right now it looked like these coaches are being paid to microwave what they already got. Like Aaron Moorhead, microwaving a good recipe that's already made, but like anything you tell him to add to the dish, he can't offer. Like you had AJ, you had Devontae. What else do you got? Tight ends coach. You had Dallas. What else you got? You know, same with the running backs. You had Saquon. You needed to go out and get Bigsby. What else you got? You know, same with the offensive line. What else you got? The only thing that seemed like they had any success on the depth is probably that defensive tackle position. But then again, that's unproven. Linebackers, like I just said, I want to see more. It's no development outside of your starters. So that's why I feel like, what else you got? Because I'm not willing to go out and buy more, because there's teams out there that got young ass freaking teams that are just good, and their rookies are just popping up and they're looking good. So What else you got? That's what I want to
Rams
see.
have a lot of depth defensively, and at
Yeah,
receiver, and at running back. Like they have a lot of depth. Why can't
yeah.
Why can't we?
Because the coaches don't know how to develop past
Mm.
the stop, and then they don't know how to develop. And like, here's my thing: there's no reason to ever think that Aaron Moorhead can develop a receiver. Because I'm a firm believer of that. If
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
play the position, if you was asked at the position at the NFL level, then I have no reason to believe that you're going to be any good at it. Because you couldn't develop yourself. Why would I think you can develop me? You know,
Mm.
and Aaron Moorhead's a prime fucking example. Like you hit the highlight. His crowning achievement was catching a ball backwards. Like it bounced off his hands and he caught it behind his back. Crowning achievement. Never seen another Aaron Moore highlight. It's the only thing. You Google Aaron Moorhead, you're probably gonna find that. That's it.
You can't imagine more.
He's been lucking up,
No.
but he's on the hot seat. He's on the hot seat.
Yes, I can't disagree with any of that. A lot more changes going to be made. People going out, people moving in. Well, for me, set you free. Really.
I'm sorry,
Um,
but
all
yeah,
good. Same thing.
yeah. Yeah, I'm at this point, and it's like I get it. We want to see the Eagles go back to the Super Bowl, but I want to see more than just like trading for stars. Like I want to see more than that. The fact that we had to go out and get Jalen Phillips to have any success was a problem for me. The fact that you had to do that is a problem
See, we
because
could have
y'all
brought.
couldn't
I mean, we
develop.
could have made that move, and if we'd have been drafting well enough and developing well enough, that could have just been another piece, solid defense.
Hmm.
That could have been like a missing piece of a solid defense, an extra pass rusher. But no, we had no pass rush because no one's developed a pass rush.
Hmm.
I mean, I know
We
who's
had to
supposed
give
to
up shit.
develop the pass rush, but we're not really seeing it.
Fuck.
But I don't know if he's the guy who's supposed to be next if Fangio retires. But they better figure out something because he's not going to be there long. And if you're just going to go hit the market, we're just going to go end up having to go find a guy anyway. You might as well let him retire and just go ahead and make that move ahead of time. Like, why wait? Why delay it
Yeah.
if you already know what's going to happen? If he's already ready to go, why force him to stay? Let that man go off, sip his Mai Tais on the beach. Bring in
Hmm.
somebody else. Just bring him in now and just why delay? Why play? Why even play that game? Just get it done. Move on. Be professional about it. Fangio wants to retire. Go ahead. Godspeed, young man. Bring in the
I'm gonna
next
say
guy.
it. I'm
Bring
gonna
in the
say
next
it, Boulevard.
shit.
I'm gonna say it, right? I'm gonna say it.
What?
Eagles don't go undefeated. If Eagles lose 2 games within 4 weeks next year, they don't win. If they lose more than 2 games in the first 4 games, Nick Sirianni, they're gonna force Nick Sirianni to call plays, or they're gonna fire Nick Sirianni.
Uh,
If he go 2-2 in the first 4 games, he gonna fire.
okay. Well, let me tell you the teams the Eagles are playing next season. Seahawks, Rams, Niners, Cardinals, Jags, Colts, Texans, Titans, Pittsburgh, Bears, Panthers, and the NFC East.
Mm.
So it could happen. There's a lot of toughies on that schedule. Their
Mm.
best hope is that they come out the gate for what you said, with like Panthers and Giants and Titans. That'd be their best hope. Because
That would
otherwise,
be
they're going to be challenged hard straight out the gate, just like this season.
because I can't see a world where Nick Sirianni still has his job if the Eagles perform the way they did this year.
No, his seat has to be smoking at least. Like there's smoke coming out of the middle of it. He can feel it on his hole. he can feel it on his beehole.
Because you can't regress that way and not see any consequences.
Right.
Mm.
All right, I guess we can move forward. Do you want the NFL Honors Awards winners? You want to know who
Sure.
won the awards? Do
Yes, let's
you
hear it.
want to know the awards? Do you want to know? Do you? Well, I'll tell you. Oh, wait. Assistant Coach of the Year. Got a prediction? Got a guess? It was
Um,
official jackass Josh McDaniels.
oh, wait. He went back to New England. The worst head coach in history
Yeah.
of NFL. Greatest offensive coordinator
Yeah,
ever.
he's up there. He's a pretty shitty head coach. I mean, he did have a playoff win, believe it or not. Jackson
Send
Smith
Jimbo.
and Jigba, Offensive Player of the Year. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
That overtime throw. Jackson Smith and Jigba. I mean, yeah, I think we all knew he was getting Offensive Player of the Year. 793 passing yards. Like, who didn't see that coming? Defensive Rookie of the Year. Who didn't see this one
Under
coming?
my.
Carson Schwarzenegger. Yeah, he led all rookies in tackles for loss, and was third in their
Cleveland?
interceptions. Yeah.
Okay.
Coach of the Year, Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The 10-game improvement tied the 1990 Colts and 2008 Dolphins for best turnaround in NFL history. Joins George Seifert and Jim Caldwell as the only coaches to win 14 games in their first season coaching a team. Comeback Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey. So let's say I feel like this is his second one, but he finished second in 2002. I don't think you should be allowed to qualify more than once.
This is another one of those situations where I'm like,
Like you were
when
just
somebody gets
on.
injured, when you have to be the comeback player of the year
Mm-hmm.
multiple times, or even considered for it multiple times, you might not be as good as people think you are. Because why do you have to be a comeback player that many times?
Like you just
You have
broke
an
it.
issue. You
Yeah.
have an issue. That's like saying that Joe Burrow probably was a candidate for comeback player of the year,
Gonna end up with
probably twice in the season.
damn Alex Smith leg.
Shit, Joe Burrow is probably he probably was comeback player of the year twice this year.
Mm-hmm. He was a
Like,
Pro Bowler. I thought about
so,
discussing that one, but no, I'm not even going to open that door. For the
I will
bullshit that is the Pro Bowl.
the bullshit that is the Pro Bowl. Just get rid of it.
Yeah,
Let it fucking play out on Madden.
yeah. But I mean,
Jesus.
I want to devote some actual time on in future episodes to the Pro Bowl and like potential ideas to make it better, or just to do something different altogether. But not this one, as we're already over 80 minutes in, and that'll take an hour. So, Protector of the Year. It is not Deion Dawkins, the guy who created it or got the idea for it. It's old man Joe Thuney of the Chicago Bears. He did not
Dude.
allow a sack all season.
Really?
The second most snaps of anyone on the Bears offense. Led tied for the league among all interior offensive linemen in pass block win rate by sustaining his blocks for 2.5 seconds 98% of the time. Damn. And I'm sure
Damn,
you
that
can
means
find
he was
plays where
holding.
he got cooked. So, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Chet McMillan.
Oh, Tedero?
Yeah.
The one who just said a racial slur?
Yeah, I was about to say he said a bad word on the internet.
Idiot.
He's going to get crucified for a week. They're going to be so mad at him for a week.
Yeah, like Puka.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, we're mad at you, but it's okay. We don't care.
We forgot. All right. Walter Payton Man of the Year was Bobby Wagner. Like, dude's damn near like he could have reasonably retired by now if he wanted to.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a money thing. I just think he loves the game. So what's he like, 34 at this point? Still
Walter
playing.
Payton. The Walter Payton Man of the Year award is so useless.
Yeah, but you get a cool decal for your jersey.
But everybody gets that. Everybody who's nominated gets it on their jersey.
Yeah. But you get it in a special color because you won.
I guess.
All right. And Defensive Player of the Year can only be one person because they set a record
Myles
for
Garrett.
sacks. Yep.
Miley.
And the MVP. 13 years in the game, I think. 13 years, yeah. Yeah, Stafford.
Yeah.
It's Stafford.
He had to win it. It had to be Stafford.
Yeah.
Like, he's the only one that actually did anything. Because, like, he's the. I'm going to say speak on Matt Stafford because Matt Stafford's the only quarterback in the NFL that terrifies me. Like, I do not want to play against Matt Stafford. Like, because I feel like every time he's going to torch the shit out of you, especially in the Sean McVay offense, he's just such a freaking brainiac. I hate playing against him. Whenever he plays against Eagles, I'm like, oh, shit. Because last year we played against him, and I was like, oh, he about to cook freaking Adoree Jackson. I was like, he is about to murk. And the fact that the Eagles won, I mean, they won the way they won, but crazy, insane. Because they won from that block field goal. Because they blocked them like 7 times. But the fact that the score wasn't like 50 because they was cooking Adoree is beyond me. I don't know how they
Well, everybody cooked Adoree. I mean, a couple of people got handled, but
I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound bad, but Adoree Jackson did better than Ronald Darby.
Yeah, but that's a low bar.
It's a low bar, but it's still
yeah, but it's true.
It's a low bar, but it's a low bar I'm willing to accept.
Yeah. But as long as neither one of them are on the team next year, I'll be pleased.
Ronald Darby used to get cooked on a regular. Adoree used to get cooked on double moves and it didn't make tackles. And Keely Ringo just got cooked on everything.
Right.
I'll say this. Eagles didn't get cooked on as many deep routes as they used to. Because they used to get fucking murdered on deep passes. They got to figure out one thing. They got to figure out is fucking making tackles in the open field. Because that is probably one of those things where like Eagles get cooked. They get cooked on those wide open routes where like somebody wasn't paying attention. The one you mentioned where Makuba and somebody else completely missed it. And Wandale Robinson. And
I can still.
You was pissed off for a week on that one.
Yeah, I can still.
So
see
that's something the Eagles got to work on. And Makuba's going to be the starter next year. So and right now, from where we sit right now, it looked like Sid Brown and Makuba. But Sid Brown might be going too. So.
All right. Well, here's the time. It's time for not my final announcements, but I have some announcements, some awards to announce. So let me find some music. Give me some awards music. Give me something good. Give me something good. There we go. All right. The awards are in. The NFL's 2020 whatever 5 or 6 Hall of Fame class has been announced. It's 2026 class. Are you ready, GQ?
I'm ready.
You're ready to get funky to your new Hall of Famers. All right, let's begin. From Purdue University, quarterback, Super Bowl champion, 5,000-yard passer,
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
I knew it. I'm okay with that.
from I want to say USC, but I'm probably wrong. San Francisco 49ers running back, 3-time Super Bowl champion, I think, Roger Craig.
Before my time.
From the New England Patriots. Yeah, he's from the Walsh Niners. From the New England Patriots. This man made so many winning kicks that you just knew it was a lock. You seen him come out there at the end of the game. He did this motherfucker with a passion. Ha 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 ha.
It's Vinatieri.
It's motherfucking Adam Vinatieri. This guy spent his whole career with the same team. His daddy was a newspaper person. I don't know if he took photographs or what. I believe he finished his career second or third all-time in yardage. I personally find him a little overrated, but I can't deny that he's a Hall of Famer, Larry Fitzgerald.
I love it.
And finally...
His dad was a referee.
Yeah.
His dad was a ref.
Oh, well, I knew he was something in the game. And finally, from the Carolina Panthers, I think this guy actually made it to a Super Bowl and won a DPOY himself. Hall of Famer, Luke Kuechly. I don't know why I saved him for last. He was last. And that is your Hall of Fame class for 2026.
I don't like it.
What don't you like about it?
It didn't really get me. I mean, I guess, but
Luke Kuechly.
I just feel like, I don't know. It ain't do it for me. I was hoping to hear somebody. I mean, the game is kind of lame now, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's a line at wide receiver. There's probably a line at quarterback. Belichick didn't get in, and that's all anybody seemed to care about. Was like, Belichick will get in. We all know damn well Belichick's getting in, so why are you raising a stink about that? There's other candidates ahead that needed to get in first, and I'm sure they did when it came to that senior committee or whatever. But you know who didn't get in? You know who most importantly did not get in?
Who?
Eli Manning.
That's okay with me.
Yes, that is most important. Eli Manning did not get in the Hall of Fame.
He is ass.
And Roger Craig was the first player to have 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards passing in the same season, which has only been done by 2 other running backs in history. Other players who didn't make it this year: Jason Witten, Frank Gore, Marshall Yanda, T-Sizzle, Terrell Suggs, and tackle Willie Anderson.
I know all those guys. T-Sizzle right here, sitting right here on the screen right here.
I feel like that's right. See, like, I just look at those 5, and it's like, I don't know that Witten's. I can't say with 100% certainty that Witten's Hall of Fame.
No, he's not.
I can't say with any certainty that Frank Gore's a Hall of Fame. I don't think so.
He spent too much time in the league.
Yeah, that's what it was. He was LeBron in it by the end.
Yeah.
Marshall Yanda's probably getting in. And T-Sizzle and Willie Anderson. They're both probably going to get it. I mean, Willie Anderson may actually be underrated for the right tackle, but
yeah.
So yeah, those last 3, Yanda, Anderson, and Suggs, are automatically finalists for next year's class because they advanced to the final cut-down. And unless you want to talk about the Cowboys playing in Rio, or just got something to say on this, I got nothing else. So go ahead and speak your piece.
Fuck the Cowboys.
I concur. Jeff Phillips says,
I hope the equipment bus. I hope that the bus get hijacked and something. They kick all the players off the bus and they just steal all their equipment. So the Cowboys have to play in what is it? Female uniforms.
Yeah. Pink ladies.
They gotta wear
Married with children.
They gotta wear what's her name? Who was it? Tony Romo ex-girlfriend? Was it Jessica Simpson? She used to always come to the game with a pink jersey.
Yes.
I went
Carrie Underwood?
Was it Carrie Underwood? No, it was Jessica Simpson. It was definitely Jessica Simpson.
Yeah,
That was Tony Romo. It was Jessica Simpson. Yeah. I hope they have to wear the Jessica Simpson pink jersey to their game in Rio because somebody steals all their jerseys.
Well, that would be fucking hilarious.
Yes. And they all have to wear like the same number because they lost the jerseys.
They're all just out there in 4. Everybody else looks stupid to hell. Number 4 jerseys. Like kickers. All right. Well, I got nothing else.
I got nothing else.
All right. I guess we made good time. Did a lot in this one, 100 minutes and some change.
Yeah.
Longer episodes.
Right.
Up, let it be. It is what it is. I had fun. Did you have fun?
I had fun.
All right. Well, anybody who made it this far, we like you. And we're welcome to come back and watch us again. And if you don't
forget to hit the like and the like button or one of those reactions that's down there.
Yeah. At least we know you were there.
Yeah. Let us know. Make a comment. Tell us we did shitty, or tell us we did great, or do us even better and go follow or subscribe or whatever it is that they tell you to do, because I don't know which platform you're watching from.
Yeah. What he said, all of that, do that. I mean, that would be most gracious if you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Good.
And don't forget to feed your dog. Your dog's hungry.
I'm a cat. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out to check out our show. We'll be back again soon with another episode for you to enjoy. On behalf of GQ and the interns, I'm Boulevard. Peace, love, and go Birds.